Hey, this is Different Careers with Kate Nudd. And again, I am going through my massage therapy book that I had when I was in massage therapy school, Massage Therapy Principles and Practice. And we are going to end chapter 7 today and do the last two videos. Well, actually, I thought we were going to end it. We can put 10 in with this because it deals with assisting client off the table, and obviously assisting someone off the table, you must make sure they are properly draped. So we're going to just end it today and put these 3 videos together. So we're going to go over towel draping today, sheet draping, assisting client off the massage table, and I'll talk in between to give my perspective.
One towel is often used for male clients, and 2 towels for female clients, with a sheet draped over the table. When using a towel, fold the towel back or under to reveal the area to be massaged. For accessing the abdomen in the supine position, fold the bottom down and the top towel up to reveal the abdomen. The folded towel acts as a bikini top. Make sure the knees are flexed or on bolsters placed behind the knees when working the abdomen. This demonstration assumes the therapist is using 2 towels but can be easily modified for a single towel. When turning the client from prone to supine, it is necessary that the direction of rotation be toward the therapist. This prevents undraping the client accidentally. First, remove all positioning equipment from the table before turning the client over. Instruct the client to scoot down until his or her head is resting on the table and off the face rest, guiding the towels down with the client for proper coverage. Rotate the towel until both towels are parallel to each other. Grasp the lower corner of the top towel and upper corner of the bottom towel with your lower hand, and the top corner of the top towel with your upper hand. Anchor the towel edges nearest you by leaning on them, thus securing them to the table. Instruct the client to face you and continue turning until he or she is all the way over onto his or her back, 180 degrees. Return the bottom towel perpendicular before proceeding with the massage. Place bolsters under the client's neck and behind the knees. Now the direction of rotation is away from the therapist. First, remove all positioning equipment from the table. Rotate the bottom towel 90 degrees. If you are using 2 towels, the bottom towel should be parallel with the top towel. Anchor the towel or towels against the table with your body. Instruct the client to face away from you and continue to turn until he or she is prone. The client may now scoot up and make use of the face rest. Rotate the bottom towel 90 degrees, draping the client from waist to ankles. If you are using 2 towels, the bottom towel will be perpendicular to the top towel. Place a bolster under the client's ankles. In the next section, we will look at sheet draping.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the towels because that red alert was kind of shooting off in my brain of if someone is naked under the towels aren't a good method of draping if those are the size of the towels. And then there are some towels that are designed for, your hair to put in your hair only, and they're way shorter. So what kind of towels are you talking about with draping? So if there was a specially designed massage towel where it's this is a bigger towel, it's designed for massage, then I would be and it's pretty much as big as the table, maybe a little bit longer than the width and length of the massage table, I would say that is a proper towel to drape with. Um, you have like it could be done, but it's like, again, why are you using towels when giving someone a massage? Again, I think of that size towel as, okay, someone's in their swimsuit at the beach. You have done this thing where you're offering massages while people are on the beach for some reason, or it's a hotel spa setting. Hey, we have massages available at the beach. So you can get the fresh breeze. You can hear the sounds of nature or whatever. Then you would use that size of a towel, and people would just receive their massages with their bathing suit on, and that means they're not taking it off at all. And so then you're still doing this thing of, well, maybe you're helping the process of someone drying off. So there could be a bigger towel on the bottom of the table. And then you have these other towels on top of the person, and then you're flipping them over. And again, you're showing a professionalism thing of like, I'm just gonna, for the most part, undrape one area at a time that I'm working, and and you're helping that person dry. And then it's like, if they're an adult girl or adult teenager or adult child, you undrape the back and you're like massaging through the clothes. So again, it's done in a way where it's like no one's actually getting naked, but you're in that beach setting for massages. So that's how I would properly do towel draping. So to me, they were showing this wrong. If you're in an indoor spa situation where you want mist and heat coming at the clients, and you're doing like a mixture of like hydrotherapy or something, or a steam room or something, and having them be massaged in there, then I would say you need bigger towels to properly drape people. And then the towels could get wet, but they would be like, obviously it would be warm because the room is warm. So then you would need different massage therapy clothes too, where it's like you probably need that swimsuit attire, but done it in a professional way, where it's like, hey, this is my swimsuit, water attire in a professional manner. So it could be more like what is coming to mind, a bodysuit that helps control the temperature, where you don't get too hot, you don't get too cold, and like the marine biologists probably wear it, dealing with like ocean life and stuff like that. So it's like a scuba suit, or like, again, like some kind of waterproof suit, so that you can stay mostly dry most of the time. So anyways, and then you have that bigger towel to make draping safe and secure, because I didn't really like how they were showing it. It's like, if the person wiggled, oops, you accidentally exposed the person because the towels literally were not wide enough, is my perspective, and long enough. So let's go on to sheet draping now.
Required for each client. One sheet for the table and one for the client. Twin size sheet sets are preferred. A fitted sheet for the table drape and a flat sheet for the client drape. 2 flat sheets may be used. Arrange the top flat sheet neatly on the bottom sheet, folding down the top corner edge to reveal the bottom sheet. As you undrape specific areas of the body for massage, tuck the ends of the fabric underneath the client's body. Untuck the sheet and redrape when moving to a different area for massage. The preferred sheet material is flannel because it is thick and heavy and has a tendency to stay in place. A blanket can be used to enhance this effect. It is improper to lift, fluff, or move the sheet in such a way as to make the fabric leave the client's body. The sudden feeling of airspace may violate the client's feelings of warmth, security, relaxation, and privacy, thus detracting from the massage experience. Avoid lifting the sheet off the client's body for the turning over process. The easiest method of accessing the abdominal area requires the use of a towel or pillowcase. A towel is draped on top of the sheet across the breasts and perpendicular to the body. The sheet is pulled down while the top drape remains covering the breasts, acting as a bikini top. Remember to make sure the knees are flexed or on bolsters placed behind the knees when working the abdomen. Place a bolster under the knees and behind the neck. After placing the bolsters, proceed with the massage as usual, undraping one area at a time. The top arm is worked from the front while the client is draped from the chest down. For the top leg, undrape and tuck the sheet back around under the leg. For the bottom leg, undrape and tuck fabric underneath. When the back and neck are uncovered, use a towel folded in half lengthwise, draping it over the client's side to secure the sheet. The back can be worked while the therapist is seated on a stool or chair. With the client in the supine position, grasp the sheet along the opposite edge of the table while anchoring the sheet with your thighs on the side of the table closest to you. Ask the client to turn and lie on the side that he or she feels most comfortable. They will roll 90 degrees or a quarter turn either toward or away from you. Place all cushions under the drape.
Okay, so sheet draping, it did not show every single limb and area that you are draping. So like that means if you're face down, how to properly expose the back, how to properly expose each leg, how to properly expose the glutes if people want the glutes worked skin to skin contact. That's your buttock muscles or butt muscles. Okay. How to expose the feet only or whatever. How to just expose the arm, right? Depending on how you do things, right? For the massage therapist. Then face up, it's not talking about how to properly expose the upper chest muscles, making sure breasts are secured under the sheet, how to expose the neck, the arms safely, and the legs. And then this is also was showing a easier draping method. Some spas may be stricter and they want you to have like the some of the sheet tucked under the whole leg, but I found that was very inconvenient and you could still have problems with exposure with it. So to me it didn't make it seem actually safer. So it's you have to be extremely careful. Your clients on the table have to be careful. You both need to be careful. You're both responsible for being careful on the table to make sure there isn't wrong exposure in the breasts or genitalia area or the gluteal butt line or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, let's continue on to assisting a client off a table.
From time to time, a client may need assistance getting off the massage table. Explain the procedure to the client. The client needs to be in the supine position. You may have to ask him or her to roll over. Then follow these steps. Remove all positioning equipment used during the massage and uncover the client's feet. Face the client. Place your closest arm under the client's closest arm and grasp under and behind his or her shoulder. Ask the client to reach under your arm and grasp your closest arm or shoulder. Slide your other arm under the client's back until you are supporting the opposite shoulder from behind. Grasp the edge of the top drape while supporting the shoulder with your arm. With the client assisting, raise him or her to a seated position. Use your legs, not your back, to assist in lifting. Pull the sheet loosely about his or her neck and shoulders while continuing to secure the top edge of the drape. Reach over the client's knees and cup your palm around and over the side of his or her opposite knee. Pull the client's knees toward you in a swivel so that their lower legs dangle off the table edge. Maintaining your upper arm around the client's shoulders, use your other arm to support the client into a standing position. Do not let go of the top edge of the drape until your client has it securely in his or her hand and drapes themselves appropriately.
So what's coming to mind with this is assisted living facilities for the elderly, or people who may be partially handicapped, that are younger, that got into an accident, or they could be temporarily needing assistance getting on and off the table because of some accident that they went through, and they're in the stage of healing. So depending on what's going on, like, this isn't something that was specifically taught in school of how to assist someone on and off a table. They skipped this. So I used to be a home health aide, and so I would go into people's homes. I worked in one assisted living facility, and I always thought that that would be a cool job to have, is if you could come back and give the elderly massages and get a salary for it, and like try to rotate through everyone in the facility, especially everyone who really wanted a massage. Or you could go and give like hand massages and feet massages, and sometimes do like the table massages, depending on the situation. But yeah, in an assisted living facility, they could still move around, but you might need to assist them getting on and off the table. And so it felt like more that would be more extensive training to, and you would want to like have that as like a nursing home job, assisted living home job, where it's very specific, and then the facility would be responsible to making sure you are properly assisting people off the table, so you're not going to injure yourself, and stuff like that. And then you might have, if, because it's a salary, part of the responsibility would help maybe bringing other people down to breakfast, lunch, or dinner, depending how long your shift is, or something like that. So your job would be massaging people only, and then help assisting people to the dinner table. Or if for some reason no one wants massages that day, then you could help with some accidents or spills if some accident mess happen. So again, it depends what's going on. It depends how many hours you can handle working. But if you're not constantly giving people massages, then you could be like the extra person, like, I'm the massage therapist, but then I have these other some tasks that I'm responsible for doing. But you want to make sure that the tasks that you give someone for assisted living facility or nursing home, that it's like there's enough time to thoroughly do your job. And it seemed like everybody was short of staff and there wasn't enough people per person with all the messes and everything that need to be done to effectively do a thorough job. So assisting the client off the massage table, if you don't actually schedule an appointment to practice this, and get paid with it and be like, okay, we need a practice run with your clothes on. This is how I'm going to help assist you get on and off the table. These are the possible other massage therapists that you will see. Okay, here you go. You're going to get on the table. And literally, like, each massage therapist would need to practice with that client to get a handle of it. Otherwise, then you're going to need to bring in a relative and you are going to need them to be the one to really assist you on and off the table, because if we're not doing that on a regular basis, you really don't want to ask the massage therapist to just automatically come in and know how to properly assist you, because you have to help support that person and be able to use your weight as a massage therapist to properly help bring them up. And then there's the whole, okay, if they are really naked underneath the sheet, then like it just seems like that's a problem waiting to happen, where there's accidental exposure. So you really do have to be careful with stuff. And it's like, well, that's why you have home health aides or an aide be given to you for the massage, right? And then if the client moves around, then they can be in the room and making, if the person needs to turn over or whatever, they can help assist you with turning the massage therapy client on the table properly, because like, what areas is this person going to need massage? So they really need a home health aide or an aide to come in with them if they're going to a spa setting or even private practice. Because if you're not used to doing this, they're literally coming in and you could accidentally injure yourself. And so that's not fair to the massage therapist, that you're just automatically expecting us to know how to do this, when maybe the massage school that they went through, it may have mentioned it, but just because they mention it in the textbook doesn't mean you've gone through proper training of the actual know-how to part of how to do this properly in a safe way that you don't injure yourself at all. So yeah, so be careful what you expect your massage therapists to do. Again, massage therapists are not doctors, not nurses. They're not LPN nurses. They're not aides. They're not home health aides. You do not have, as a massage therapist, you do not have the license to see somebody naked. So that is also why there is proper draping involved during a massage, where one limb is uncovered at the time. Now, there was this massage I did experience. The massage therapist did this thing where instead of just draping the whole back, they did this thing where they wanted to massage the length of one side of the body. So the undraped half of the body, so that was my leg, my glute, one side of the glutes, and the same side of the leg that was undraped, and then that part of the back, and then my other arm. So it was kind of an interesting experience, but it just seemed like the way the body was worked, it wasn't worked in a way that was thorough. I mean, but that could be if your goal is to increase circulation and maybe try to do lymphatic drainage. That could be a good way of doing it, is doing on dripping one side of the body mostly only. But when it comes to face up, obviously you can't fully do that. You could undrape like the leg and the arm, and it would be hard to get the pec area. So I would say just that means working the pec area through the sheet, more so. But it's like you can't, if for girls, you can't just undrape the whole left side or face up. So it just seemed like a weird way to drape. But that was their goal, was to come up and then like work part of the back. But it just didn't seem very thorough. But again, I tried to be open-minded. So you might have massage therapists do different things. So if you like their style of draping, that's fine. The important part is the butt crack is always covered. The breasts are always covered, and the genitalias are always covered. So you could do draping in different ways. That is safe. But again, as a client, you do need to be careful how you move, and don't wiggle so roughly that you're moving the sheet drastically so that it exposes yourself in an inappropriate way. Because for me, like, it just seemed like people didn't care about being careful on the table enough. Those clients, it added up, and it's like, I'm sorry, to me it equaled sexual harassment, because it's against the law in New York State to see the glute or butt crack, and it's against the law to see breasts, and it's against the law to see the genitalia area. So it's like, why are you moving the sheet so forcefully to expose yourself? Because I have quietly or gently moved my leg and stuff, and I never exposed myself on the table, or I helped make that adjustment to make sure the sheet stayed up to cover my breasts. Well, I was a client on the table, so I don't understand what the problem is. So, which makes me think that, do all clients need to get drape certified in order to receive massages? So that way you at least know how to flip over properly. And then, I did, again, you can hold the blanket and sheet up. If you're on the opposite side of the table, you can just, as a safety precaution, look away and then, move the sheet accordingly. But again, if there's mirrors in the room, you want to make sure that that you're on the side. You don't want mirrors on both sides of the wall. If there's like a full-length mirror or something, you want to make sure that when you're rotating people, that you're always standing on the side of the room that has the mirror, so that way you can't see anything that's going on. Because that's one thing that I would keep in mind as a massage therapist. If you put a full body mirror in there, yeah, when you're massaging, you can, what's the word? It could help you understand if you're doing proper body mechanics or not. But for the safety of the client, it's like, Well, that whole side of the body, if they move the sheet wrong, you look the wrong way, oops, they just expose themselves just through looking through the mirror. So it's like, be careful where you put your mirrors. Like, do you really need a full body mirror? Like, I'd rather not have a full body mirror. I'd rather have muscle charts on the wall and stuff like that where people can see the muscles in the bones and be like, okay, this is where the area of your body where I felt muscle tension, or this is approximately the area where I felt a knot. So that is really what I recommend. So if you want a professional massage, they're going to be a licensed massage therapist. Please plan accordingly and expect a professional massage. That means as a client, you need to act in a professional manner too on the table and have gentle movements. Like if you have an itch somewhere, maybe explain to the massage therapist, I have an itch. I'm letting you know because I value the whole a proper draping safety procedures, you know. Please communicate with your licensed massage therapist because we're happy to accommodate you, but we may need communication because we're not mind readers. We can't just automatically know what you're thinking in your head. But yeah, if for some reason you get an itch during the massage, that's going to take away from enjoying the relaxation part of the massage. So yeah, feel free to itch, but depending on where the itch is, you could disturb the proper drape for the leg or the back or the glute area, so the proper chest breast drape area. So please keep that in mind if you get an itch during the massage. So yes, itching could cause accidental drape exposure, moving too fast, not moving your legs slowly or your arms slowly. That can cause accidental exposure. And so it's like, I'm sorry, but as a licensed massage therapist anymore, I can't be a massage therapist anymore if people aren't going to take the draping seriously, because I really did everything in my power to make sure I was draping appropriately all the time, and sometimes the sheets just did not cooperate for some reason. And I was like, did someone do something? Why is the sheet all of a sudden stuck? Because literally one time I checked it and I was like, no, the sheet's moving back and forth over the table normally. I don't understand why it would get stuck. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So maybe the client messed with my sheet. And they were trying to cause accidental exposure on purpose. But again, I couldn't read their mind. So it's like, how am I supposed to know they had ill intentions towards me or not? But I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of accidental exposures happening as a massage therapist. That's not why I signed up to be a massage therapist, to deal with that shit. I want to be able to drape properly, focus on massaging the muscles, not have to keep re-draping a client over and over and over and over again, and it's the same leg or the same back area or the same hip area. No, I want to help relax those muscles, and if someone doesn't really want their muscles to be massaged because they want me to mess with the sheets all the time, maybe you should just stick to getting a clothed massage. Just stick to getting a clothed massage because you don't respect your massage therapists. That's how I feel. Um, so, um, I guess that could be 3 strikes and you're out, right? Or 1 strike and you're out. Because again, sometimes there were situations where it's like, okay, someone did seem to accidentally move wrong or they helped me drape, and I was like, okay, please don't help the massage therapist drape your arm because it just it made it so there was almost accidental exposure of the breasts. So because there was no accidental exposure, I was like, okay, but I was like nicking it in the bud, like, okay, this could be a problem in the future if you help a massage therapist drape. I want you to feel safe and secure and that you can trust me. Like, I may have not said that because I didn't want to go on and on and on. I wanted them to enjoy their massage. So that is why I'm talking about this now. What type of massage do you want? Do you want to be able to trust your massage therapist, your licensed massage therapist, and make sure that you always feel safe, and that draping is done appropriately, properly, then please help your licensed massage therapist drape properly so there are no mistakes, and that's why you do need to communicate. You do need to be able to speak the same language and communicate with your massage therapist, your licensed massage therapist. So I hope you found chapter 7 of massage therapy and principles and practice helpful to understand the ins and outs, how to get on the table, how to make sure as the client you're helping your licensed massage therapist eh, um, keep you safe and draping is done appropriately. So until next time.